Welcome to the Four Brewers Podcast. My name is John Holzer, and as always, I am joined by
Jason Harris,
Gregory Nagel,
and Tim Mather.
This week on the show, we are continuing down the ABC pipeline and doing beers from breweries that start with the letters D, E, and F. And this show is brought to you by those letters, D, E, and F.
Welcome to Four Brewers Deaf Beer Jam.
Yeah, so if you are unfamiliar with what we were doing, you didn't hear the first show. We kind of ran out of ideas for shows, and so we're just going down the alphabet.
Stop pulling the curtain back, John. Maybe it was a clever fucking plan we came up with.
I thought it was a good plan. The first show. I like it. It's a good idea. It made a bit of a challenge for me today because it was kind of difficult to find breweries that started with the letter D for me, even though there's like Deschutes,
Dust Bowl.
Dust Bowl is one. Deschutes,
Drecker,
Deschutes,
Drake's is another one.
Dogfish Head.
I had troubles finding singles from D breweries though. There weren't a lot of D brewery singles, so I bought like 3 4-packs from different, which that's fine. I'm actually starting with one of my E beers. I got a double up on the E beers.
What?
I'm drinking, I had, I bought 4 total, but I had 2 E's just to see what I was in the mood for. So I have an Erdinger Crystal Weiss beer. This is my first time having the filtered version of their wheat beer, so I'm pretty stoked about it. And this one, unlike my first palate cleansing beer on the ABC show that was like 6%, this one's just above 5%, so I guess it's not that much different. But yeah, it looks really nice. It says what it is on the tin, or it is what it says on the tin. It's crystal clear, and smells like a wheat beer. I dig it. So it's been a while since I had like an older, like classic import beer. So
Erdinger.
There's just
anybody
cows
else
surrounding the brewery saying that.
Erdinger.
It's fucking most talented German cows.
Yeah, the coos in Germany. I'm starting off with a new brewery here that just opened up during the pandemic. They're in Anaheim, across the street from Brewery X. It's called Dueling Ducks. And I got their DD. So I got a quad D feed of the Dueling Ducks DD lager. It's a Helles, and I was my first time in, and I said, give me a couple, let me try a couple samples of your beer, and went with the Helles. I also tried a porter and IPA, and they're all fantastic. So I'll be back for sure.
Are they the type of brewery that would call this beer DD lager as like a double entendre for like double D lager?
No,
like,
it seems
more classier than that.
It's really classy. It's got a really clean look inside. All their beers are separated into like sporting. It looks like a sporting bracket is how they sort of separate.
So that's like abbreviated Dueling Ducks lager, not like Dueling Ducks Double D lager. Fucking bringing you the most bouncy, fucking bountiful full double D.
Oh my god!
No, I got I understand the name, but there's some breweries that would like it's a double entendre where it's DD lager.
Finest double D.
No, I know that the OC chapter of the Pink Boot Society has had meetings there and stuff like that. I think they have several females on their brewing staff. So it's great. I'm gonna go back and check out more.
Nice. I have not heard of that brewery. So that's awesome. I've also never heard. Well, maybe I have, and I just don't know it. The first beer I picked up for the letter D is from Duckfoot out of San Diego, I believe. They're out of San Diego.
Oh shit,
They are.
we're all doing duck beers. Okay.
Oh yeah, Greg's is too.
Yeah, I have a different animal.
So this is their Duckzilla. It's a double white IPA, which is intriguing.
had that.
A double white IPA. So I'm interested to see what that's like. And they say it's crafted to reduce gluten, which means they're probably just using that enzyme from White Labs. But yeah, they're from San Diego on Kennemar Drive. So yeah, and this is I think about a month it's 2 months old. So fairly fresh.
I got a Dust Bowl taco truck.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Nice. It's
I'm gonna
classic.
drink that by the case.
Classic.
D is for Dust Bowl.
Okay, Tim, what do you got?
D is for Dust Bowl. I went a different animal route. I went more of the pachyderm, and I'm starting off with the Delirium Tremens.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good one.
Now, but I will
Dude.
say I thought Delirium was the brewery. I was wrong. So anybody out there who's going to technically correct me, this should be for an H show because it is Brewery Hugh.
I'll give you a hat. Like I've never even heard of the brewery. All I
No,
just
yeah,
know
their
is
brewery
this is-
name is some. It's like one of those breweries that doesn't really put their actual brewery brand up front.
Yeah,
I'll call that one good. Like
it's pretty
anyone,
much-
that
I think you're
like
good.
if you were to sell that on a shelf, would you put it in the H section? No, you put it in.
I
the,
No.
That's not gonna. The reflection is gonna be, but it says down at the bottom here, brewed by Family Brewery here. It's not gonna. Yeah,
Today
There
I
you go.
learned because I did not know that was the name of the brewery itself.
but as you said, like I want to do something different, and I had Dust Bowl last show, and so just trying to mix it up. So I thought visiting a classic Belgium.
Man, that
deliciousness would be
beer
a good way
is
to go.
fire.
Does it taste like hot dog water?
I haven't poured it yet, but I will let you know.
Last time
It
I had
does-
it was straight up gasoline.
It does come with a side of chocolate flavored starfish.
Like if your car was out of gas and you had a 6-pack of that, you could literally pour that in your tank and still get around.
See, and I was trying to do my beers in backwards order of ABV, so I didn't start off high. And of course, since we
No,
said
that's
we're
like 8.
alphabetical, we're
Yeah.
going here. This is 8.5. It is golden and Belgian and crisp.
Nice.
So
Smells
you guys aren't fans of Delirium Tremens, Greg and Jason?
I think it tastes
last
like
time I
hot
had
dog
it was
water.
last time I had it was a hot mess. It was just pure fumes, like nail polishy, and this was at a bar. I had it on tap, so I can't speak for the can from the brewery.
I guess I haven't had it in a while because I don't remember what it tastes like. So does it taste like diesel?
No, it tastes exactly like Delirium. It's been a while since I had it, but it reminds me. The memory came back. It's pretty much as expected with the description that I read. I mean, it's biscuity with a little hint of that sort of Belgian funk and spices. I'm not getting any gasoline. I'm not getting any nail polish fumes. So maybe you just had
good.
some bad tap lines or something.
Hopefully. This Dueling Ducks thing, I'm so glad I stopped in because like if you go to a new Mexican restaurant, you're like I always want to check out like just a plain old bean and cheese burrito that kind of tells you everything you need to know about a place. And if a brewery has a Helles lager on and you get it, and I mean there's literally no place for flaws to hide behind. It's just straight up cracker. It's very dry, very crisp, good carbonation. Sort of like a honey finish, very dry, no off flavors at all. Just a beautiful Helles. So
Cool.
well done. Good stuff.
I think if there's not much you can say about a Helles, it's probably a good Helles. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Like, because it's those lighter beers, those less complex beers as far as ingredients go are still pretty difficult for me to like bring a lot of talking points out of, I guess. So.
You're
Sure.
like, oh oh Helles.
This beer from Duckzilla. So they call it a double white IPA. It looks like a standard color yellow IPA to me. So I don't know what the white necessarily means. I guess because they're making it with wheat to give it a pale white color, according to their Untapped description. This is also made with Centennial, Cascade, and Simcoe hops. So pretty much a straight up West Coast IPA, which I'm not going to complain about.
Remember when like putting wheat in your IPA was so weird that you'd be like, it's a white IPA, isn't that crazy? And now it's just every hazy IPA is just full of wheat notes and lactose and all sorts of.
Does anybody remember? Was it Deschutes? Didn't Deschutes do a white IPA that's like Snow Chains or something?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I remember that one being pretty solid. Yeah.
This one's pretty good too. It's got a really classic West Coast nose. A lot of pine, grass character. A little bit of a spicy thing on the nose. I'm not sure what hop that might be coming from. Maybe the Simcoe is adding that kind of spice character, or the Centennial maybe. But it's really good. Nice and clean. Great mouthfeel. For my first beer from Duckfoot, I'm impressed. And there's no off flavors about it at all.
They're a pretty legit spot. After the San Diego Fest a couple years ago, me and beer writer Ian Cheeseman headed over to Duckfoot, and they have an entirely gluten-free food menu as well, which is kind of interesting. So it's I think one of the owners is gluten intolerant or whatnot, but it's a rad spot. Good food, good beer.
A gluten racist.
Considering this beer is made with wheat and it's gluten reduced, you can kind of, I know true people that actually have, what is it, celiac disease. Yeah. They're not even fucking with gluten reduced. They want no gluten at all because like even that little bit could affect them. So, I mean, if you're sensitive to gluten, I guess gluten reduced is okay. But yeah, at least it's something, is for the gluten.
Drinking seltzers, people. Wine, cider.
I really think gluten reduced is just there for the person who's just like, I'm not eating gluten right now because like people who actually have a disease are like, listen, it's not a fucking
this game. Will kill me.
Yeah. Or I'm going to be shitting for the next 3 hours if I fucking drink this.
That's a good visual.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned it tasting like a West Coast IPA. I mean, that's pretty much your wheelhouse. So it seems like a good for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even on like the extreme bitter side. It's pretty well balanced, I'd say. It just got it's definitely bitter heavy as far as the balance goes between sweetness and bitterness. But yeah, it's nice and clean and refreshing. And this one's 8.6. It says on Untapped. I think it's 8.6. So even at 8.6, I'm getting maybe some like alcohol burn as I let it sit at far after I drink it. But I think that's to be expected from a double IPA that's close to 9%. So really good stuff. It has a 3.76 on Untapped. I think that should be higher. This is a really good beer. So,
I've got a weird beer, a limited release from Deschutes.
Hey,
it is a Neon Daydream Hazy Ale. It is 35 IBUs. It is 4.8% alcohol by volume. It is it's a little over 3 months old, so it's probably getting towards the end. And it's bottle conditioned, which is weird for a hazy IPA kind of thing. And also I spilled half of it on my shirt.
Oh,
well, fucking A, man.
Speaking of white IPA, this looks like a white ale.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting from this Duckfoot beer, something on the lighter side, because that's definitely more white than my yellow beer is. So,
it's fine.
Yeah,
it's got
go ahead. Sorry.
It's a very mild kind of light hoppy flavor. There's not a lot going on the malt side. It's kind of watery. It's not super thin and watery like some of the like really, really light beers. I'm actually curious if I try the Dogfish one, how it compares. It does have a little bit of body to it, but it's still mild and mellow with a little bit of a hoppy character. There isn't a ton going on with it, but I feel like it's a beer that you could easily drink like a couple pints of.
Okay, guys, I have this. Okay, look, I knew Deschutes hazy. Cool beans. I have a bone to pick with all of these regionals again.
Okay.
Did you guys see? I don't know. I think I follow Bells on Instagram. And did you see that there's a tropical hazy Oberon coming out now? They have like 2 variants of Oberon outside of the original Oberon, and I saw that I was just like,
I did not see that.
Yeah, it's like it was rolling off the bottling line. It was like I think it's tropical Oberon or something like that. And I was just like, oh man. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's evolution. I'm not really I'm not really mad about it or anything, but it's just we've been talking, over the last several shows about the series spinning off of originals, and it's just I saw that in a one.
If you think of Sierra Nevada, with Hazy Little Thing outselling Pale Ale for the first time. Oberon is a huge hit. It's their spring seasonal in Michigan, and they have Oberon Day, and it's a big. Everybody's like, it's in every grocery store shelf, and everybody's drinking hazies now. So why not use that name recognition to make it? I wonder how close it is to the original beer. Did they use the same beer and then use a different yeast or dry hop it? I'm not sure. I'd be interested to try it, but.
I mean, honestly, like I said, I don't know if I said it during the last show or the one we did for my birthday, but when I was getting beers and a dude walks up and says, "Hey, do you know anything about beer?" And I say, "Yes, I do. What do you want to know?" He's like, my friends tell me to drink Hazy IPA. What do I buy?" And I'm like, "All right, well, buy this," and that's what people know. And I get where you're coming from, Tim. Oberon is like a classic, especially like Greg said, it's a classic regional release that people look forward to every year. I like Oberon a lot. But at the same time, I mean, hazy IPAs are hot right now, and I don't blame them one bit. If they're if they change the recipe like just changed it completely, then I'd have an issue with that. But if they're just going to make a variant, I
think in general too, they're like the term hazy has become such a shorthand for like certain casual beer fans that they just literally they'll be like, "Hey, our wheat ale? It's a hazy fucking tropical ale because fuck it." Like that's easier than explaining wheat, and hazy just means kind of cloudy and light.
The guy knew at the store that hazy meant not as bitter as IPA. He knew enough to know that IPA was like fruity to a certain extent, but he didn't want anything really bitter. And that's all you really need to know about hazies if you're coming into the world as a noob,
And thus ends this week's hazy discussion.
Hazy boy.
No, I feel like there's a segment every week. We're gonna just do the same.
To reiterate, we've said every week.
Exactly. Greg, what do you open?
You're hazy, and I like it.
Yes. So I was going to go that.
I went definitely to. You got to go Integrin with your EBeer, right? And in a style I haven't had in a long time is a Hefeweizen. This is the Schöner Tag, which means beautiful day in German. And it pours
it's
not
a
very.
Tag. No,
it's a
YouTube reference.
It's a Schöner Tag.
Yeah, it's a
YouTube
reference.
over there.
Did that song come pre-installed on your iPhone?
Would you like after drinking hazy IPAs? Would you expect this to be more hazy or less? I mean, there's obviously yeast and maybe it's just unfiltered. But it's
I think that's what kind of beer is it again?
It's a Hef.
It looks like a Hef.
Right.
Hef is supposed to be,
after drinking hazy IPAs forever, I always expect like a Hefeweizen to look like Mind Haze in some.
Well, if it's can conditioned, technically, like when you pour out of a bottle, you pour it, and then you swirl the last 10% in the bottle and pour it in, and that's where you get your big amount of haze from.
They call that.
So,
yeah.
If you're just doing a sample, then you're gonna, you're pulling off the top.
It's a beautiful beer. Is this a schöner beer? It's definitely got that like circus peanuts, banana on the nose. Not much clove. It's very extremely clean. And I wish I had a huge pint of this in their beer garden. It's a really good hef.
Yeah, dude, their location's pretty fun to hang out at. We've been there a few times, and I was gonna go Integrin as well. It was like the first E that came to mind, but unfortunately, I could only find 4-packs, and I wasn't ready to commit.
Yeah, same. I was gonna buy the 4-pack, but they had singles. I was like, I'm swapping.
Yeah,
I wish I would have got the 4-pack actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, with Integrin, it's a pretty safe bet. You can buy the 4-pack, and you're like, I'll drink this.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I feel like with that beer is best enjoyed out of a big old fatty like glass stein in their like tasting room.
Dude, that's a spot we all got to meet up at.
Yeah, I agree. You guys ever hear of Hinterhof? I think it was called in Highland Park.
No,
it was a vegan German beer hall kind of thing, and I never went there. And COVID shut them down. I think last month. Yeah, but they were like all about German beers, craft beers, and German vegan food. And it looked like a really cool spot, but Highland Park is so far away, and it was just like, I'd love to go there, but that's a day, So never made it down there. Kind of sad to see him.
That's a bummer. Hinter means in the back. So if you're ever talking about your butt hole, you would say my hinterland. My hinter butt.
Nice.
I'm on day 80 of Duolingo German, by the way. So
nice.
Awesome. My German skills are
something in German.
Well.
Give me a German sentence.
Ich möchte ein Bier. I would like a beer.
Okay,
that's all you need.
I know.
You're good.
I know a little German.
There he is, right over there.
All right. Anybody else move on to E's?
For the letter E. Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Okay, so I went with a brewery that I have never had, and apparently founded in 2020. So I'm going to guess this is a newer one. So out of Gardenia, I've got Eureka Brewing Company.
Oh, never heard of him.
Yeah, this was a new one to me when I was looking for E's, and I decided not to go with the Integrin. This is Bay Crusher, a West Coast IPA, 6.8%, canned on March 19th.
Which I think isn't like Lost Coast or somebody up there. No.
Eureka is the last city leaving California to Oregon.
So I say this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know
the restaurant chain Eureka.
Yeah, no, Lost Coast Brewery. They're in Eureka, California.
Eureka.
This Bay Crusher only has 116 total check-ins, and so it's pretty new. Brewed with Sabra, Mosaic, and Cashmere. Yum.
Sabra.
So for E, I went with a brewery that is not new to the show. I went with El Segundo.
Yeah, El
Segundo.
But a new beer that I have not had, Brave the S-Pipe.
Nice.
Which is apparently about a cool little section of beach they have there that's good for surfing. There's like
smoke in the bowls.
There's an artificial reef, so it makes the waves really nice. And yeah, here we go.
I also have a beer from El Segundo. I have Greetings from El Segundo, their 10th anniversary triple IPA, which when I'm buying beer, I'm not even looking at the alcohol. This is 11%.
Why would you? It's a show that we have to put on.
On this one, I saw this label on social media, and I was like, that is so cool looking. It's
awesome. I love that.
I want that shirt.
It's got a really sweet, like old school, like a postcard vibe.
They call this their postcard series.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's exactly what it looks like. And it's got little monuments on there from El Segundo, like a water tower. And
this is also the postcard series.
And, some smog and some wastewater
Put your wallet on the beer can. You can leave your wallet on El Segundo.
No
shit,
joke.
Look at that.
I saw
had
them
another one.
formally actually reference that they haven't done it in a beer can, and I remember them like somebody commenting publicly like our lawyers won't let us, but on the date on the bottom, one of the last 4-packs of El Segundo I bought, it said "Don't leave your wallet."
Wait,
What is
Daniel,
that? I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Yeah, there's a song called "I Left My Wallet in El Segundo."
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
It's Tribe Called Quest. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the Tribe Called.
Oh, I didn't listen to them a lot. So
You should
You
check
should.
out "I Left
Really
My
good.
Wallet in El Segundo," or just Tribe Called Quest in general. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, their last album was fire.
Greg, what's your EBeer?
Oh, I got another. So I got Anagrin and El Segundo.
nice.
I got a Mayberry IPA and a 4-pack. I figured that would be a good. It is a holiday weekend here, so figured why not get a good. Like,
So you've got a
Spoil
double
yourself.
A beer and a double
Only in
E beer.
Anaheim, though. There's
Okay.
no holiday anywhere else.
well, no, it's Memorial Day on Monday.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
So
You know, it's a holiday here in Orange County. I don't know if you guys get that out in the suburbs, but
This Greetings from El Segundo triple IPA. This has quite the nose on it. This is made with Mosaic, Citra, Strata, Simcoe, Amarillo, Eldorado, Chinook, Centennial, Laurel, and Nelson hops. And it's got this like tropical, spicy, like not quite peppery, but like just kind of it kind of has that spice that kind of burns a little bit when you smell it. It's yeah, I want to say that's like the Chinook coming out. I don't know if they dry hopped with Chinook. I don't know how they use these hops in the beer, but it's got that kind of harsh West Coast smell with a lot of like those fruity notes too. It smells really good.
Leninade wants to know if you would call it hop stupid.
No, because that's from Lagunitas, dummy.
Would you say it's hop stupid?
oh man, that was the beer a decade ago.
Yep. I remember.
I heard they're discontinuing it.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, it's hop stupid. That's
Hop
I mean,
stupid.
10 years ago, that was like one of the cheapest 22-ounce bottles of IPA that you can buy. It was like $4.
It still is. It's still pretty affordable.
Oh wow. Oh, this is good. Ooh, wow. This is like Pliny level, I think.
What?
Triple IPA. Nice smooth mouthfeel. Man, there is like no alcohol on the back end either. For 11%, this is nice. It's got a viscosity to it, definitely. You can tell it's got some alcohol in there when you taste it. It's got that sweet kind of alcohol finish, but it's not like burning at all. It's not wafting back up through my nose or anything. Yeah, really good. Just, I mean, kind of a muddled fruit flavor. You can't really pick anything out in particular, but a nice bitter bite perfectly balances out that sweet alcohol finish on there. This is fantastic for a triple IPA.
I don't know how well you remember it, but how would you compare it to like Power Plant?
I can't. It's
been a while. Yeah. All right.
Been a while.
Man, you can kind of feel. Wow, you can feel the alcohol like numbing on
I'm
your.
feeling that.
You can kind of feel the alcohol numbing the middle of your tongue. Like it's got some alcohol on there. That's crazy though. It's really good. The alcohol and the hops, man, it's literally making my tongue a little numb. It's crazy. This is a good beer. This
got
is
a little bit of cocaine in it. I've heard. So.
This Mayberry, you guys. I haven't had Mayberry in a long time because I always feel like it's there's Swami's right next to it for $1 less or something like that. But man, it's like a little Debbie's hopcakes, man. It's so like it is fluffy. There's so much head to it. It's beautifully hopped. It's kind of earthy on the finish.
That is
Whatever
a
it's,
fridge
like, bittered with.
That's a fridge staple for me, and I really feel like if it is the blueprint for like candy mosaic, like mosaic that tastes like candy and not like kind of, you know, that earthy, oniony. Like candy mosaic is exactly the mosaic that they put into Mayberry, and that beer is really good.
What's cool about the finish is whatever they bitter it with, it has this like tea-like tannin that cleans it all up for the next bite. It's really good. Highly recommend.
I kind of equate Mayberry to beers from like Beechwood, like Amalgamator and Citraholic. They come off more, not really like big fruity or like citrusy West Coast IPAs. They have those elements, but they have also kind of like I don't mean to say this in a bad way, but kind of like a plant matter vegetal kind of thing. Like they taste more, I don't know, like, what am I trying to say? They taste more traditional, I guess. I don't know. It's like they pull more from the hops than I think a lot of other breweries pull from the hops, and you get like more hop character, like from the actual hop plant itself. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? They come out, they hit different from other IPAs, I think. Like a Beechwood IPA, I could definitely point out amongst other IPAs just by its kind of like not earthiness, but more close to tasting like the actual ingredients, I guess. It sounds weird, but
no. The bittering hop on it plays a huge role in this beer. There's definitely something to it. It's got like this, whatever isomerized alpha acid is in this beer has this like lasting effect that you still taste it, and it tastes very hoppy. It's got this nice resiny hop flavor on your palate that just keeps lasting.
Resiny. Yeah, that's when you said that kind of clicked in my head. Yeah. Cool.
I've got another E in a completely different direction.
Okay.
So I have a second one here from Eureka, since I didn't hear of them, and this sounded really cool. So going completely different direction. This is Pog Tart from Eureka.
Ooh.
Or you can go POG, depending on how you want to look at it. The description, the year was 1994. Pogs had taken Cali by storm, and everyone had a stack. Anybody remember Pogs? Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I still have. Oh, Jason, you're grabbing them because I still have all mine.
I made my own Pogs like back in the day. Yeah, but we had a Pog store like a mile from my house. It was fantastic.
Yes,
so cool.
Jason. Yes,
dude. Are those like Jason's showing like a bunch of Pogs in like
and
a
he
binder.
had Pogs. Did you say that? There's a Pog in there?
Are those like OG Pogs, or did you just buy them recently?
Oh, he's not listening.
He can't hear me.
He was in such a hurry, he threw his headphones off.
Jason, are those like OG Pogs from your childhood, or like you just?
No, and I've had those like since new. I bought those little protector sleeves for them and everything.
I had mine in a tube.
Yeah, same
like
here.
I had like a 4-foot tube or whatever full of fucking cardboard.
I found him.
That's where you keep your like playing Pogs, but these are the nice Pogs.
Yeah,
they have the foil and stuff.
I found all of mine a few months back, and I was teaching my kid how to play, and it's pretty fun. So just to finish this off, this is the Pog, obviously referring to Pogs, and then the POG part of it is it's a passion fruit orange guava. So POG juice, if anybody's ever heard of that out of Hawaii. So I'm super stoked because POG juice is amazing, and it's a tart. So I'm excited.
Cool. I actually had a tart sour beer that I bought, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this will totally fit the alphabet theme." Highwire Brewery, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, H."
Dude, you know how many H beers I looked at and thought the same thing? That's so weird you said that, because I was like, "Oh, cool." Oh wait, no.
I'm like, put it in H. I'm just gonna save that one for next week.
There's a G beer that I saw at Gerard's. I didn't buy it, but I am very much looking forward to the next show. Let's see, A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, GHI. So the next show we do this, it's going to be epic. Jason, if you're, I'm not going to tell anyone what the beer is, but look out for, I don't know if it's new. It looked new to me, a Genesee beer.
All right.
Genesi.
Yeah. Want to make sure we pronounce it right. So
right, we have to say it the right way. Exactly.
Otherwise, people on the internet will correct us.
Right. Genesi.
Or
what was it? Mother of Dragons,
the
or
Brother of Dragons.
Brother of Drag. There you go. Oh shit!
Genesi, the Brother of Dragons.
Oh my God, man.
So it sounds like we all got pretty awesome EBeers. Like, yeah, he's a good letter.
He's a good letter in the beer world.
I
moved on to F.
It's an e-ticket. Remember that reference from my parents' generation?
No.
It would be like you would have like an e-ticket because in the olden days,
dude.
Disneyland. Yeah, Greg knows. He's from Anaheim. He knows all about it.
Yeah.
There's still e-tickets though.
Somebody in our chat mentioned, did you ever have Knott's Berry Farm Pogs? But when the first time I went to Knott's Berry Farm, I had ticket books, and you had definitely like there's E-ticket, C-ticket, B, and different rides that you'd rip them off and go on the rides. And it was like literally $20 to get into the park, and then you buy the ticket pack to go on the rides.
Disneyland used to have that too, right? Where it'd be like you need like an e-ticket to go on like Space Mountain, but you could use like a fucking C-ticket to go on like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride because nobody wants to go on that trash.
But hold on, back to the
Hater,
the Knott's Pogs. In the 90s, I swear to God, every company like tried to cash in on that, because if I go back through, I have Hostess cupcake Pogs, and I even have 2 Pogs from like the police station in the town I grew up in. I don't even know why. It's like really bad illustrations of like this like super muscly cop on it, and I'm like, I don't know why I have these, but classic.
Two Pog Shakur. There you go.
2 Pog Shakur.
My God, that's amazing. So I opened up my F beer, you guys. This is Faction.
What you got?
JK.
Woking Porter
From Faction.
Walking.
I thought it said joking.
Sirius XM Faction Radio.
This is Woking Porter, bro. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had this beer. Yeah, my system boot is completed. I don't know if you heard that, but
okay.
This is my NAS. My NAS talks to me.
All right.
Because it's 5:00 and it's like it's time to party. But wow, I didn't expect a porter. This is very black IPA-ish. It's got a huge hop profile on the nose with a lot of roastiness. It smells really good. Any of you guys ever had this beer?
No, I haven't had a whole lot from Faction.
Yeah, they don't pop up too much around here.
Yeah, I think I've seen him at La Bodega. I can't remember if I've seen him at Gerard's. I've definitely seen him at La Bodega though, and but it's not a frequently shelved beer at La Bodega.
I feel like I see it out in mine in the shops that I visit pretty regularly.
Greg, did you say Windsor Homebrew Supply, where you buy your beers from, is shipping beer now?
Yeah, go to their website. They are shipping, I think, California.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely give it I've never tried it before because obviously I live local, but definitely check them out.
Yeah, it's similar to you live local. That's how you live your life. I just got to live the local, right? But yeah, Don't Drink Beer gave them like a free shout out, and I think we should do the same. Windsor Homebrew, friends of the show. You can go to their website now. I don't know where their online bottle shop is. Oh, if you just go to windsorhomebrewsupply.com, click on online bottle shop, it's windsorbottleshop.com is their online shop, and you can buy stuff. You can buy stuff from windsorbottleshop.com, and they are not giving us money for this. They're just really cool, and I'd like to.
I mean, they routinely have Cellar Maker. There's Highland Park. There's Green Cheek. There's Bottle Logic.
Yeah, right now they've got
all the bangers.
Cellar Maker, Humble Sea, North Park, Mumford, Highland Park. Alchemist is sold out, but they had Hurdy Turper.
How about for our next GHI show, we all order from Windsor?
We'll see if that match works out.
See if we can do it.
I'd be down for that.
And we'll have Scott curated. How's that?
That's cool. Like if we could maybe, I mean, we don't have to get the same beers, but maybe we do one show where we do have the same beers, just to kind of have some cohesion.
Some GHI.
Sounds good.
Moving on to my F beer, I got a beer from another San Diego brewery that is totally rad. This is from Fall Brewing Company. This is domestic. It's their double dry hopped pale ale.
Ooh.
And this,
That's a rad label.
let's see, this comes in at 5.5. Oh, that's a pleasant surprise. Again, super cool can art. Even though it's pretty simple, it matches their aesthetic very well. It's like a blown up, pixelated looking map that shows the west coast of California. Actually, the west coast of the United States, going from Tacoma all the way down to San Diego. So, yeah, really cool. This is a collab. Oh, cool. This is a collab with Virgin Beer Company. Didn't know.
Oh, man. Virgin's rad, too.
Out of Carlsbad. I think you had Virgin on the B show
last
right,
week.
Greg? Yeah,
I did. They're
so
so
this
good.
is made with Simcoe, Citra, Strata, and Amarillo hops, and then malts are North American Pils and Carafoam, and again 5.5%. Fall is like along with like well, no, maybe not 3 punk ales. I had a post come up. You know how Facebook does you know, back in the day posts that you post and they show you these posts and you can repost them and stuff. I said, God, I want to say 10 years ago, I was like, someone needs to open a proper punk rock brewery. And that's pretty much Fall.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fall did that. Like it's not like their whole brand is punk rock, but when you go to Fall, that's definitely the vibe you get when you go there. It's very much focused on music
playlist
and like the punk scene and punk culture, and you know, not just punk rock, but like ska kind of thing and that kind of music. So Fall is the punk rock brewery I think of when I think of punk rock breweries.
It really
also North Park.
I really wanted to feature Fall as the like F brewery because I love Fall, but they only really had one of their beers. So I've got Fremont, and I got a beer I never had from them, Ollie IPA. I don't know.
Fremont's
what the deal
good.
is.
Hey, Ollie.
What's the beer from Fremont that we always buy? Lush. Yes, I recommended that beer to friend of the show, Joe Senegalia from Jaws Arcade, to send to one of his friends on the East Coast that can't get clear beer. So, because apparently the East Coast is just inundated with nothing but hazies right now. So,
yeah, I hear that from people that are not on. Like, if you're on the West Coast, you can still find West Coast IPA because you know,
and good selection of lagers.
But yeah, I guess in a lot of the country, it's just like, oh yeah, you can't really find West Coast IPA anymore. Like, period. It's just out of fashion.
I think the West Coast is still the best spot to be for craft beer, man. Like
West Side till I die.
It's
that beer is very pretty, Tim. What did you just pour, man?
So this is another new one that I hadn't heard of before. This is what do you call it? Circle of Crowns from Full Circle Brewing, and this is in collaboration with Crowns and Hops.
Oh, sweet.
So
Nice.
it's a sour ale brewed with orange, pineapple, and raspberry. And if you want to see it one more time, let me hold up the actual glass here. It has a really cool sort of like pinkish orange.
It's like pink orange.
It's orange.
It looks really good.
Orange.
Yeah,
Didn't sound right.
they call it a fruit sherbet sour ale. It's 6.6%, and it's supposed to remind you of rainbow sherbet.
I was driving down the street the other day, and I was behind a car where I could see through their rear window and their front window, and on their dashboard was a literal crown of thorns.
Huh.
And it kind of freaked me out. I'm like, okay, I guess you're religious, but why are you featuring that on your dashboard?
Maybe they were heading to a reenactment or a service or something.
No, I drank some sherbet the other day.
Yeah, lemonade.
LARPer.
Okay, maybe.
Oh my god.
Oh, this
Extreme LARPing.
Oh my god, dude.
They even have like fake blood
Is that
and stuff.
so? The brewery is
man.
Full Circle. Was that your brewery, Tim?
Yeah, so I was trying to keep everything kosher in terms of breweries and up and up. I don't know.
Apparently, they just have local Fresno drama, which is funny. They took over
Fresno's
another
full of
brewery's
drama,
tap room.
I don't know. I mean,
tack room.
yeah.
So why? Okay, so we're referencing recent events in the craft brewing world that came out for like, allegations of sexual harassment and whatnot.
No, we're not talking about that in this case.
Oh, we're not?
talking
Okay.
It's just about like they stole another brewery's taproom location.
Well,
apparently, somehow.
Oh, okay. All right.
In
I
general
don't know the
now,
details.
in general now, when I'm looking for beers, I try to scan over everybody who was kind of involved in that drama and, make sure we support people that we want to support.
100%.
I like that the guy from Hamilton's was on there like 14 different times.
Yeah.
Right.
There were some breweries on that list where like some really fucked up shit. Just like, oh my God. It was pretty bad. If you know what we're talking about, it was on Instagram at Rat Magnet. I think she's a co-owner of Notch Brewing out of Salem, Massachusetts. Is that correct?
Yep.
She posted a bunch of stories about some really fucked up shit happening in the craft beer industry. Mostly women being treated poorly,
treated like shit.
Yeah.
In every way you could think of it. It's fucking terrible.
She saved all of them as highlights on her Instagram page, and she went from like 6,000 followers to 60,000, just under 60,000 followers in a week.
That made the rounds in all the press too. So
yeah, and rightly so.
There's plenty out there about it. You should definitely go and read up and kind of take note, I think.
But Full Circle is not, apparently they weren't caught in that storm.
This is something else.
This is other Fresno drama, which we have friends of the show that were involved in some Fresno drama. Fresno ain't nothing to fuck with. So,
well, I will say it has the sweetness of what you would expect from, like, if you've ever had one of those beers that describes itself as like a fruit sherbet beer. It's like a really intense sweetness up front. And it has a really nice tartness in the palate, the flavor palette. It's really it mellows out, and drama aside from that, this is pretty tasty.
It's what it says it's supposed to be. Did you know it's actually sherbet, Tim?
Yeah,
because I said sherbet for
I always
ever.
do that
my entire life.
Greg started saying sherbet, and I thought he was fucking with us or something. And there's no R.
Sherbet.
It's that. Well, I forgot what it's called, that syndrome where like the Berenstein Bears, where it's Berenstein or Steen or whatever.
Bears.
And I always thought sherbet was, with a BERT at the end. There's no R. So I'm not trying to correct you. Call it sherbet.
No.
I'm just saying I called it sherbet for the longest time too. And I feel weird saying sherbet.
Sherbet. That's how it's spelled. I don't know.
No.
Make up the letters.
No, that's what it is.
I did not even think about that because I grew up like there was always an extra R in there for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just called it sherbet.
Because sherbet's a nonsense word. It makes no fucking sense,
right? It doesn't sound right. It should be sherbet.
Yeah,
because it rhymed like sherbet.
You can
fuck you,
sherbet.
Fuck you, big sherbet.
Really grasping at straws for content today.
Going back to this this beer from fall, it's what it says. It's got a huge aromatic, like hoppy nose, definitely more earthy kind of dank things happening. Not really fruity or citrusy. Just a really nice dank nose on there. And again, it's 5.5%, so not a lot of alcohol heat on there, and it's a nice clean beer. It's great.
Dude, in this faction beer, if you've ever found yourself missing a black IPA, this porter is a legit just black IPA in a porter.
I missed it. It
style.
Was a porter.
It's really good. Yeah, it's a porter. It's blacker. It's a very dark beer, and it smells like hops. Got a very nice fresh hop flavor. Very nice and bitter. Cleans it very nice, and it's such a bold beer too. Like certain breweries like Faction, Beechwood, sort of in that same. They just make beers that are extremely bold, and when you see porter on the can, it's going to be like amplified and boosted. Yeah, it's weird, extremely well done. I don't get a lot of Faction beers, so definitely check them out.
Yeah, man. It's definitely a brewery I need to invest more into because, like I said, for some reason I see them and I'm just like, I overlook it. Don't know why. I have nothing against Faction, but I
6.2% as well.
So relatable to everybody on the podcast but me, Ollie from Fremont is named in honor of the pets of Fremont, where love is a four-legged word. That's what they say.
Okie dokie.
All right.
That's cute. That's cute.
Because they love pets. And it's got Citra, Simcoe, Chinook, and Mosaic.
Yum.
My parents went out to lunch with my parents today for my birthday. That was last weekend. And they were telling they kind of wrangle feral cats. They do it the proper way where they take care of them, but they also get them spayed and neutered. And if they die, they handle it. And, but they have a cat they think is blind, a kitten, just by the way it acts. Like it looks like it's blind. Like it moves with the sun according to feel, not its eyes. And it has like a hard time getting around. Anyway,
it's either blind or really stupid.
Well, it seems like the parent cats are shunning the cat. They're shunning the cat. Anyone get that? You had to be on the video thing to see it. Shunned, unshunned. Yeah, Shun. It's kind of a sad story. And I was like, man, I'm thinking maybe we should adopt it. But I'm like, how much of a pain in the ass would it be to have a blind cat? Like our cats are getting old and they miss the litter box sometimes and they see perfectly fine. A blind one would just, ooh. I guess it could just stay outside, but
the world is a litter box.
Like, yeah, it's
blind cat.
All I hear
carry
is
around with you in a
backpack. Fucking Smashing Pumpkins saying that now.
The world is a vampire.
The world is a litter box.
Santa Drain.
Oh, I was just having a discussion with my wife. I was just telling my wife the other day about how much I do not like Smashing Pumpkins. I miss
Billy
that.
Corgan does kind of sing like a kitten that learned to sing. Actually, no, that's the person who I say is a kitten that was given a voice is Yolandi from fucking
oh my
the
god,
N-word.
yes.
She comes out like sexy boy. It's like you just seem like a kitten given a magical voice.
Oh man.
Tim, I'm in your boat. I never got on board with Smashing Pumpkins. When I was in high school, that's when they were huge. Like I want to say when I was in 10th grade, 11th grade, and I'm just like, they have a couple of good songs that I like, but I'm just like, how are people so obsessive over this weird ass voice coming from this? It's like it's like Bob Dylan. I never really got into Bob Dylan.
Some of us like Smashing Pumpkins, and we don't even care if you like them or not.
Here's the thing: like I like a lot of bands that have really weird voices, and you guys would probably fucking make fun of me for it all day long, and that's fine. But I mean, I'm a few years behind you in terms of like the music era, and I'm glad I missed that one.
Yeah, it's I mean, dude, Melancholy was like after that, and no, just
dude,
Siamese Dream is an all-time classic, though.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
The guitar riffs on Siamese Dream and Gish are just fucking like headphone.
The
orgasms.
Big Muff fuzz guitar sound on Siamese Dream.
Oh, so good.
Is like fucking perfect 90s alternative. Like Siamese Dream, all-time classic album. Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, I can give and take, but 79's off of Melancholy, but Siamese Dream, like Rocket, fucking Disarm, Today, Mayonnaise, like all of these are like fucking all-time classic alternative songs.
Jason, you are right about Siamese Dream. Greg, you are absolutely right about guitars. As far as guitar innovation, I think Billy Corgan is fucking right up there with some of the best like all-time rock stars. Like he has his own sound. The dude knows what he's doing. I brought up a comment in our YouTube chat from Lawrence Estrella. I think that's how I'm supposed to say it, or Estrella. Looks like Estrella. But they brought up 1979. I think I love the song 1979. And I was also born in 1979, and it has a sentimental spot in my heart. But yeah, it's just Billy Corgan's voice.
Restless as you are. just Siamese Dream is fucking perfect. I do think they got a little too out there in their own zone for me later than that. But I will say too, I'm super excited right now that there's a sound that is really getting popular, which I just describe as the MTV 120 minutes sound. And it's like super back right now. Like you're just hearing all sorts of bands that sound like they would be on MTV's 120 minutes. Yeah. And I'm super here for it. I'm like, as a 40-year-old fucking man, these jams
I stayed up to watch 120 minutes when I was a kid. That's funny.
Yeah, same. I was in high school and I'm just like, okay, it's at midnight on Sunday, but all the coolest fucking music is on. So I'm just going to watch this till I fall asleep. And I would watch it till I fell asleep.
Good old Robert Smith.
Steering us back to the show. That was a cool tangent we went off on.
I don't have a good segue, but I had that little beer comment to
go ahead.
So yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was. Yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna go down that road.
Easy game to play.
We went over to a new spot in West Adams called Party Beer Company.
Did your troubles seem so far away?
They did after I enjoyed their really delicious British Pale Ale.
Oh really?
Man, that's British too. It's Beatles.
Did you get a new start?
Theme.
Yeah. So
you got a new start there.
What was that?
Did you get a new start there?
I don't think he knows that.
I'm missing the reference on this one. Sorry.
Never mind.
Anyway, I just wanted to quickly mention it because we were there, and it was we drove. I saw something about like, oh, new brewery coming to West Adams, and that was a while back. And then we drove by it and decided we should go back there, so we finally did. And it's a pretty cool spot.
That Party announced they were opening pre-pandemic.
Yeah, I think so. They opened right before, and they were only doing takeout and to go up until obviously things eased up. But it's I don't even know if they have an indoor space, but they have a really big outdoor area. Everything was spaced out nice. They only have 4 beers on tap plus a shandy slushy that was really tasty. But they also have food. They have pizzas and sandwiches and fried pickles and fries, and it was just fun. It was like just a really low key vibe, like in the middle of like a weird part of town. I don't know if like Homestate. I don't know if anybody knows Homestate, but they're like a Tex-Mex place out of Highland Park. They just opened a to-go window in West Adams, and this place is there too. So it's like kind of an up and coming, if you will. Okay, but it was a cool spot. I would recommend anybody who's on like the west side of LA to check it out.
Yeah, I was a fan of their branding. I've got it up here in the live stream video. Their stuff looks really cool. Their artwork, it's unique. It stands out. I'm trying to find an actual beer here that I can show things from. But they have a menu tab called COVID-19. Yeah, okay.
Party Beer Co. in the house tonight.
Being described as an Instagram brewery.
Every day I'm shuffling.
That's their thing, balloons.
Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was cool. I just wanted to give it a little shout out because we stopped by and had
it looks like a fun spot.
Cool. Well,
if I ever go to the west side, which I won't.
Yeah, you'll never be here. None of you guys will ever be here.
I don't go to the west side if I can help it.
I'm in my own bubble.
I'll go if you invited me.
Yeah, if you were like, hey guys, I really want to go like get food at Firestone or something, like all right.
And you said, here's the date and here's the time, I'd be there.
But otherwise it's far.
It's a far.
Should we do an outro for this?
Yes.
I was going to.
You started and I interrupted you.
Favorites.
Okay. So, favorites from the DEF beers, guys. Greg, go.
Oh my god, you guys. I'm stoked to have some dueling ducks in my neighborhood. I feel like kicking myself for not going earlier because there's a lot of breweries in my local neighborhood, and it's kind of hard to spread the love. But if you can pull off a legit Hellas, I'm curious to see what the rest of their tap list tastes like.
Thanks for that humble brag, Greg. Jason, go ahead.
I had 3 hoppy beers, and I think all 3 of them were pretty solid. But if there's one here that if you told me right now, do you want to drink another one? It's that Taco Truck Dust Bowl.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, you didn't really talk about that much at all, but I mean,
I feel like
what do
we've
you-
talked about it on the show. It's a
Yeah.
great Mexican lager. It's
Mexican lager.
It's,
have two
it's what it
versions of
says
it,
on the
right?
can, you know. I mean, it's a straight up Mexican lager. It's a favorite of mine when we actually go to Dust Bowl. It's great with
Sherlock,
pizza.
baby.
So, Tim, go ahead. Favorite beer?
I def have to say my favorite is Circle of Crowns, this Sherbert sour ale, but it is real tight with the Delirium because I feel like the Delirium's classic and obviously complete ends of the spectrum. The POG was pretty good. It had kind of an odd aroma, like the nose was a little odd for me, and then I don't know. It's fallen in line for we've done a lot of IPAs on this show recently, and so that's why that British Pale like hit the spot because I was like, this is something I haven't had in a while. I'm so sick of IPA, and so I think right now that's why this Sherbert Sour is really hitting the spot. So
hear me out, guys. As we're moving more into meeting in person, 4B on location at like a good Belgian beer bar.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, I'm
Like
down.
Back Alley or fucking Lucky Baldwin's or somewhere like that, and get some dope Belgian beer and Belgian glass. It'd be fun.
Yeah, and have the background
Surprise.
noise of people.
Yeah,
to get
home
the whole
free.
ambiance and
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
John, what was your favorite? Let's go.
I mean, it's Duckfoot. I was really happy that having them for the first time. That their Duckzilla Double White IPA was really good. Very clean beer. Very much impressed. This fall collab with Virgin, really good, especially at 5.5%. I will definitely crush this 4-pack that I bought. But El Segundo with their triple IPA, their 10th anniversary. Greetings from El Segundo Brewing Company. For a triple IPA, we've spoken about this a lot. Jason has too. It's difficult to make a good triple IPA, and I think they pulled it off. The downside to this beer is that it's 11% alcohol by volume, so you gotta be careful with it. I'm probably not going to finish that can tonight, but for a triple IPA, El Segundo knocked it out of the park, and yeah, they did a really good job with that beer. So yeah, but again, I didn't plan on buying all hoppy beer. It just turned out that way, and they were all really good. So, but El Segundo, I think with the triple IPA, they nailed it.
They know hops.
All right, I think we're good there.
Really big shoe.
You can stop recording.
Really good shoe.
This Erdinger beer, I finished this. This is really good too. So
Erdinger. 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 Erdinger.
there was a comment. Dr. Zach, is that the Dr. Zach?
Yeah,
On Twitch? He said that Party Beer opened during COVID and had everyone line up to get stuff to go. It's an Instagram brewery.
I mean, I totally
Is
see
that derogatory or?
Yeah, it can be. It's just like, a brewery that's just like pretty, and I don't know. I mean,
That's where I saw him, so I guess it's factually true.
Melissa had the cucumber. They have a cucumber sour. It was pretty good, and then she had the shandy, which was really good. It's their lemonade mixed with a golden ale, and it's a slush, and it was bomb. And then I had the British Pale, which, I mean, maybe it's just because I hadn't had one in a while, but like the malty hoppy combo just hit the spot. And then I had their hazy, and their hazy was pretty solid. I mean, it was maybe nothing to like write home about, but it was well done. So I liked it.
Yeah,
Good.
I mean, go ahead, Jason. Were you gonna say something? I heard you go burp. I forgot what I was gonna say. Doesn't matter. Papa Nooch 4008. Any of the 4Bs making beer? No. Jason, do you still have your gear? Have you sold it yet?
No, I haven't sold it yet, but
If you look
I want to. If anybody's looking for homebrew gear in Southern California, let me know. So I'll give
Greg?
it up at a homie price.
Greg's got something fermenting, I think. He's trying to point us out to.
Yeah, I'm still, not making beer, but doing wines and ciders and stuff like that.
That
I
counts.
just need to clear space in my house to actually. I want to have like a dedicated brewing space. I hate taking all my shit out from my garage to bring it outside to brew and then bring it all back. Like it's a huge pain in the ass. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on this next year is to have some sort of dedicated brewing space.
When we started heading into like everything shutting down, I got ambitious and ordered a couple of like homebrew kits, and they're still sitting because I never got to it, and I guarantee you they're probably no good now. But I want to. I just I don't know.
I thought I would.
I love brewing. It's relaxing.
I thought I would brew more since there was nothing to do, but I didn't. I didn't brew once during this whole lockdown. So
here's a big thing with homebrew. Drinking 5 gallons of the same beer kind of sucks, right?
So that's why you do a smaller batch.
Well, or you generally, what you'll do is you'll be like, hey, I have this homebrew, and you share it with people, and you have people over, and you do all this stuff. And during COVID, you're just like, how about I just sit here and drink all this by myself and cry.
I can get through I can handle a 5-gallon keg. Like it's no
That's
problem.
a good weekend for John.
That's not the issue. It's actually brewing the beer. And I even bought like so I had my conical that sat in the studio for a good year that I used once, and it worked great. I love it. But I also bought a smaller 5-gallon brew bucket kind of thing that I could still use my tri-clamp fittings with, and I modified it to work with my setup and everything, so I could brew smaller batches, and I never used it. So I still have the ambition there to brew. I just didn't do it. I mean, everything with me got kind of lazy over the last year. If you follow the release schedule on the shows, I put a show out like every 10 days instead of every 7. Just because mentally I'm still not like back to normal. And I don't know
what you gotta do, John.
Yeah.
Is to jog to the homebrew store and then buy your ingredients and then jog back with them on your back, and they'll.
How do people jog with a backpack? That's so irritating.
They will start to your sweat will start to break down the malts as you're running.
Yeah, I could do my
it'd be great.
mashing on my back in my backpack. Yeah,
nice. Sweat mashing,
back mash.
All right,
back
boys.
mash. Yes,
I'm outie.
Later, homie.
All right,
get my audio uploaded. Good seeing you all. I will catch you next. Hold on, we're out next week.
Yeah. Greg's anniversary is next week. Happy anniversary, Greg.
Yep. 21. Cool. We're as old to drink.
Yay!
Finally.
Congrats. That's awesome. All right,
Tim.
See ya.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much. You too.
Later, dude.
Kyle from the chat on Twitch saying, "Deputize me and my brewing counts." Yeah, if anyone's
we just gotta start giving him a segment where we'll just be like, "All right, the homebrew corner with Kyle." Yeah, so here's what I homebrewed this week. It's me.
That's
Kyle.
not a bad idea because he also got into some other stuff with his beer that we can't legally talk about, which I'm interested to hear about if he wants to talk about it.
Theoretically, distilling.
He may or may not be doing that. We can't prove it. He has shown pictures of something, some kind of liquid. He could be lying
to us, like we don't.
Yeah, like it's just pictures. Like, pictures don't prove anything when it comes to liquid. Right?
There's 10 people in here. Is any of you a cop?
You have to say if you're a cop.
You're legally entitled to say. If you don't say you're a cop, then it's not admissible.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Share a pint from YouTube asking, what would I brew a small batch of? IPA. Just because 10 gallons of IPA, especially when it's like 7-8%, it's too much. That's going to kill me because I can, having a keg, as most homebrewers know, it's really, really easy to just get another pour. There's no cans lining up on the table. You're not accountable for anything.
Like 3 beers and 4 beers a night.
Yeah, you just keep going and going. So IPA, especially for the expense, and like if you want to do something extreme, like do like a hazy that's quadruple dry hopped or whatever, that can cost you what, $50-$60 when you're all said and done.
And
it's still cheaper, I guess, than buying all
I
that
think-
from a craft brewery, but I'd rather just brew 5 gallons of that than 10.
Contrary to homebrew dad wisdom, IPA I think is one of the hardest beers to homebrew well.
Absolutely.
It is, but everyone's just like, you throw all the hops in there and it covers up all your flaws, and it's like, no it doesn't. They taste like fucking trash, and hops are
all about
expensive as fuck at a homebrew scale. So IPA sucks.
I'm all
to
about
brew in
doing
homebrew.
I do Dunkelweizen. Like it fits my water profile at my house.
Okay.
Because Anaheim is very high bicarbonate, which is really good for stouts or darker beers. I figure why not do a Dunkelweizen? It's 4 to 5%. It's going to have some good yeast character. Super easy drinking. Doesn't get old in the keg. Like you can drink it over several months. It's not going to get gross. So I like German style ales or Belgian saison. Probably what I'm going to be brewing next.
Probably I think something like a Dunkelweizen would be perfect because it's something I can't normally get, and also something that it's if you brew well, the raw ingredients cost isn't super high, so you can make it like for a reasonable. Yeah, exactly. $30 for like 5 gallons of it, right? And it'll hold up well. It'll be stable. The big problem is the styles I like to drink the most are styles that I can't brew well on a regular basis.
Right.
Yeah, Leninade. Jason, stop mining Doge. Your video is like laggy as fuck. And when he said that, like right before Leninade said that, I thought, are you downloading like a game update or something? Because
I'm uploading the podcast, you fucker.
There it is. He's uploading the podcast. He's not mining Doge.
Yeah.
Rauch beer is a good call. Like I've made I did a smoked beer previously with Brett, and oh my god, that was the worst beer I've ever made.
Oh god, just that sounds like shit on paper.
I threw away the corny keg. It was that bad.
Oh my god. You can just replace the seals. Like the stainless isn't affected.
Yeah.
It was too much.
It was cursed.
Yeah.
It's like funny.
It's like going into that show Hoarders, and they're like cleaning a house. It's like just burn it, burn it to the ground.
Exactly.
That was like corny keg.
I'm at a point with my Lego builds where I need to get shelving because I'm running out of space.
I've stopped buying Legos because of that, because I don't know where to put all these fucking Legos.
Jason Harris from the moon.
Oh, fuckers.
What happened?
I'm gonna. Oh,
Jason
just
Harris
mocking me because I'm uploading the podcast instead of fucking.
No, it's fine. I'd rather you upload it now. And
I'm on the ISS.
Yeah.
I'll wait till John's editing, and then I'll upload it.
That's 50% of the time where it's like, all right, I need these files. Jason, where's your audio?
It's not me.
But yeah.
Fucker.
Oh
no, you're all pretty good about it. Sometimes we all.
Mine's already up.
So. But yeah, I've got. I think most of the space is the Lego Speed Champion cars.
I got a gang of those right here.
Yeah, they're so easy to buy and they're fairly inexpensive and easy to build, but they do take up a lot of space. So yeah, I need shelving.
They're not as bad as doing like a plane or some shit.
My biggest one, well, as far as height, is the Saturn V rocket. I just built the R2D2 set that came out, I don't know, a few weeks ago. Had nowhere to put that. It's on the floor. It looks fine on the floor, but I don't know.
The Speed
I look like a Lego hoarder.
The Speed Champions kits for this year aren't that great.
I didn't even look. I bought the Technic McLaren.
The one that was on sale the other day for like $40.
Well, I bought it a long time ago, but
shit, yeah, it was on sale the other day for like really cheap.
I saw that.
Yeah. So like, I feel like the Lego cars don't do well with like modern swoopy looking cars, and so there's a lot of those in this version. I'm like, yeah, they just look weird. They look better with
yeah.
boxy cars. Yeah, neither of these look great.
The other bad thing about the Speed Champion cars is the fucking stickers. Like, I hate. I mean,
They have a lot
you
of
got to put
stickers.
graphics on the cars because that's how race cars are. I get that, but oh my god, it's so tedious and just like ugh.
I may buy this one,
is-
but I do already have a Ford GT Lego, so I probably will skip it. But I do like
I
that
gotta jam you
it's
guys.
the Gulf livery. Cheese,
All right,
Greg.
Greg.
Peacing out. Bye, guys.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up from here anyway. So any other comments? Let me check Twitch to see if there's no subscriptions on Twitch, no bits. That's okay. Did I miss anyone? Just to make sure. Nope, didn't. All right. So yeah, next week we're off, like we said. So we'll be back. We will be back on the 12th. Right? Well,
It says next week we should post the New Belgium show. That's what Lemonade says.
Why specifically New Belgium?
I don't know. This is what he said.
Oh yeah, yeah. And again, the show schedule release thing, that's all me. Yeah, referencing shows and stuff. I try to, like, if the show is released in a different order, I try to take those out so there's no confusion. But yeah. I'm always 3 episodes behind, and I'm sorry for that. And I'll catch up one day and get back to my my work ethic.
Nothing wrong with that, homie.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks to everyone for hanging out on this later episode. I kind of like doing this a little later on.
I really prefer later in the afternoon because it means I can do stuff during the day. 1 p.m. means basically
Your day
don't
shot.
do anything in the morning and then get drunk early in the afternoon.
That sounds fun. No, but maybe we should do this more often. Maybe the show on the 12th should be a late afternoon show as well.
I'm
Because
down.
I have a Bad Religion live stream to watch at 2 p.m. They're
Oh,
doing,
shit.
they did this, I don't know, a few months ago where they did 4 shows from the Roxy for every decade, the 80s, 90s, aughts, and 10s.
Oh, that's really cool.
And they're doing it again, but with songs that they don't really ever play live. So that's going to be happening the whole month of June, and I'm pretty stoked about that. So if we do 4 o'clock on the 12th, that would work great because the live stream is at 2 p.m. for Bad Religion. So we'll talk about it in the chat. Anyway, everyone, thanks for hanging out, and we will see you on June 12th.